Now, my next question is this. Christianity was brought to Africa. And reading this book, I found out that Christianity being brought to Africa was not by so-called divine call, that they had God and they brought Christianity to Africa, and it was because of expansion. They wanted to expand their land because they lost America. Now, could you explain to our viewers how that has affected Africa, or how that affected Nigeria for good or for bad?
Well, we're all God's children. And I struggled to accept that we had no relationship with our Maker until the arrival of the colonialists around about 1830. I used to say to myself, what about my great-great-grandfather? What was his relationship with God? And those before him? And especially given that our land was so blessed with the resources that everybody wanted. They wanted the cocoa, they wanted the palm oil, they wanted the crude oil. There must have been a relationship with God before the arrival of the Europeans. So that is the reality. So this book now just explains that how Christianity, and not just Christianity, Islam also came in, but they came in with a political agenda. Those who were promoting it, those who were bringing it in, it was part of the colonial agenda. This was on the back of abolition of the slave trade, and they had sat down, brainstormed, put their heads together and decided that the best way to penetrate was through faith. And that had a consequence, two consequences. One, negative, which was the detachment of our peoples from their traditional faiths, which destabilizes societies, because in order for the new one to be implanted, the old one must be uprooted. And so that destabilizes society. On the more constructive front, at least as far as Christianity is concerned, it may be said that it brought in its wake education, missionary education, that left at least southern Nigeria with a very sophisticated and advanced educational base. The reason why that same educational base was not then extended to northern Nigeria is explained in the book. Again, it was a political decision. It's not that southerners are cleverer than northerners, or intrinsically or genetically. It is simply opportunities, access, and what the book seeks to do is to explain away a lot of these fables, fictions, fantasies, and let the facts speak.